Hey, it's Tim here, coach of Men Who Want More and founder of the Step in Your Strength Academy. And today I'm going to talk to you about why is your happiness so cheap? That's right. You're probably wondering where's he going to go with this one. And I'm going to talk about happiness because not a day goes by that I don't connect with somebody or I don't feel myself that we want more happiness. Us as human beings, it's something that I think we all crave, we all desire, is more happiness in our life. So my question is, why is it so cheap? Why is yours so cheap? Why is your happiness being dictated by everything external of you? And this is often a trap we fall into, and it's conditioned from an early age. The external world tells us how we validate ourselves, and therefore we end up feeling unfulfilled and unhappy more times than we'd like to. Now, I'm not here to say that you're not happy, because I know in some area of your life, on some level, you are happy. You may not be happy all the time, and neither am I, because that's not human existence, that's not human emotion. We're not going to be the same all the time. But if you want high levels of happiness, you've got to choose it. You've got to stop giving away your happiness so cheaply. And I say that deliberately because I believe that we can choose our emotions. And if you followed any of my work, or if you've been in and around self-development, personal development for any amount of time, you know this to also be true. I'm not always saying it's easy, but you get to choose the empowering state that you show up with every single fucking day, despite the outside influences. Now, it's not always easy, because if you're like me, there is going to be demands from the external world on you, and therefore that's going to trigger some internal beliefs in and around who you should be, who you could be, why you're not, expectations, pressures, fears. But it starts with a fundamental belief that I get to choose my happiness. And before I knew this, many years ago, I found myself kept on looping back to feeling just unfulfilled. And then I started learning, I started understanding myself at a deeper level, understanding that everything in the external world, including people, circumstances, situations, events, money, is cream on top. It magnifies our existence. It doesn't make us happier. Sorry, it makes us happier, it doesn't make us happy. Your job is to make yourself happy. Your brain is going to be directed where you want it to be. So this takes conscious effort. This takes directing your focus. And this takes a belief that I'm not going to give away my happiness so cheaply. I'm not going to give away my happiness because that person said something to me. Cheap. I'm not going to give away my happiness because there's not as many zeros in my bank account as I'd like. That's cheap. I'm not going to give away my happiness because I didn't do the best workout today. That's cheap. I'm not going to give away my happiness because the business isn't growing as quick as I'd like, or I don't have the dream job right yet, or I'm not living in a congruent environment to where I'd like to be. It's all cheap. So stop giving away happiness so cheaply. Choose to be more happy in the moment, because that's all you can ever choose right now, despite your external circumstances, despite the outside influences. And like anything, this is conditioned. This empowered state of more happiness is conditioned over time. It's no different than getting fit. If you want to be a great runner, you've got to run. You've got to put in the fucking work. The same thing here. When you understand that this brain is 2 million years old and its job is to see threat and understand that it's not its role to make you happy, you need to reprogram. And you need to reprogram consistently, not just once. Not just, oh, this person gave me a compliment, so I'm going to feel happy now. Rather, I'll feel happy first, and then the compliment is the cream on top. It'll expand that happiness. I'll integrate that into my being. Hopefully you're getting this, that it's your job to be happy, nobody else's. It's not your partner's job to make you happy. It's not your kid's job to make you happy. It's not your client's job or your customer's job to make you happy because of the external feedback that your brain says, oh, I can be happy now. No, it's your job. It's your job to create daily rituals and practices that you can move upon to ensure that you show up in an empowered state of being this state called happiness, and then everything else is cream on top, and it magnifies your experience, your human experience. Let me say hello to Tina, hey Roland, hey Abby, Kevin, Vicky, Ada, hey Russell, and Zoe, Thank you for being here, Sophia, with me live, talking in and around why are you giving away your happiness so cheaply? Why are you stressing out at the little things? Why are you getting so frustrated over here? Why are you getting pissed off, annoyed, angry regularly? Now, as you may know, and you've heard me say, you can go there, but don't stay there. Because staying there is giving away your happiness so cheaply. So choose to be happy. Choose to be happy despite the outside circumstances, despite all the shit you've been through, and despite the shit that you're going through right now. That's a choice. Now, it's not always an easy choice. I understand that. So I'll show some empathy, compassion, some kindness towards. It's not always easy. And there's been plenty of times in my life where I haven't chosen happiness. I've chosen the stress, the pressures, the expectations that I feel from within to overwhelm me, to get the better of me, and I haven't showed up as my best self, and the consequence, the cost, my happiness. I deserve more, and so do you. So hopefully this message to you today hits hard, hits you just when you need it to start to choose your happiness, because nobody's going to save you. If you want the life that you say you want, if you want more success, more fulfillment, more purpose, more progress, to live a grander life, a greater life, you need to start choosing that first. The feeling of happiness. You need to stop choosing to give it away. Now, maybe this has been an unconscious thought. It just has happened and you feel like you're at the whim of the world. No more. Take some fucking responsibility for your life and for your happiness and say, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And start with what really lights you up as a man and as a person. What do you just love doing? Is it exercising? Is it music? Is it breaking through in your business? Is it just chilling out, doing not much, watching Netflix? You want to integrate some of those practices that's going to help produce that feeling of happiness, but choose it. You need to choose it. And you need to choose it despite your outside circumstances. It's from that place you're going to find high levels of motivation. It's from that place you can do your best work. It's from that place you're going to feel fucking amazing because you're choosing it first. You're not allowing the outside world to dictate how you feel. Hopefully this has served you today. Appreciate everyone jumping on here live, and if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Talking about just choosing your happiness. Stop giving it away so cheaply. You deserve more. And I understand you may have been through a lot and you may have felt like life just isn't happening for you, it's happening to you. And it's a tough slog, it's challenging. But the belief needs to change. The belief needs to change about, I'm going to choose to be happy. I'm going to choose to find happiness in the little moments. I'm going to choose to do the things that light me up, that make me feel fucking unreal, that make me feel happier. So therefore, the external circumstances can be the cream on top. They can expand my happiness. Not waiting for the outside thing to hit you so you can feel happy. So you don't need anybody, including myself, to give you permission to feel happy. You can choose that all yourself. So my question is, why aren't you? Why are you giving away your happiness so cheaply? And why aren't you choosing high levels of happiness day in, day out? Despite what's going on in your life. Despite the financial struggle you may be under. Despite the relationship concerns you may have. Despite that you're not in the best shape or the health that you want. Despite the not starting the business or the business not growing at the level that you'd like. It's all bullshit outside influences that over time you can progress. But you will progress those outside influences when you find more happiness within you. When you own your empowered state, that's it. From that place, you'll find the answers. From that place, you'll get the results. But if you're waiting for the results to come in first before you can give yourself permission to feel happy, wrong formula. You're going to keep running that treadmill. You're going to keep feeling like you take one step forward and 3 steps back. So choose your happiness. This is what I want for you today. If you're watching this video on the replay, thank you. If you're here live with me, again, thank you so much. Just choose your happiness, guys. Kirkjijan, Sengpushan, Peter, Ada, thank you for being here live. My message goes out to all my brothers and my wonderful ladies out there too. Choose your happiness. Do not continue to let the outside world dictate how you show up because you're in control of your life, nobody else. Stop playing the fucking victim. Choose your happiness and stop giving it away so cheaply. That's all I have for you. So thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Please like this video. Please share it if it has served you, if you've found value in it. Much gratitude. And wherever you're watching from in the world, thank you so much. Have an incredible day. or evening, and it's your time to step in your strength and to be the best man you can be.